Hello and welcome to this design and technology lesson. In this lesson we're going to be looking at 2-point perspective drawing, and this exercise we're calling 3 cubes, and we're going to try and draw, using 2-point perspective drawing, 3 cubes. One below the horizon, 1 cube on the horizon and 1 above the horizon. As you can see from these 3 views, drawing it with these 3 views, we can see the top of this one. We can't see, we just see the sides of this one, and we can see the underside of this one. We could also add some shading detail to make these look more three-dimensional. So what we're going to do to start off, I've created a title here, and we're just going to start off with a ruler and a pencil. I've also got a rubber, and I will be using a fine liner. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a horizon line, which is obviously a horizontal line using a ruler. I'm going to create that across the page, and I'm going to mark on this so this is our horizon line. This is the point at which we can see no further due to the curvature of the earth. And I'm going to mark here the cross and a VP, which is vanishing point, and I'm going to mark another vanishing point here. And these are the 2 marks of, the 2 points of our 2-point perspective. So we've got 1 point there and 1 point there. These are the 2 vanishing points. And we're going to start off above the horizon here, and I'm going to draw a line which about 3 centimeters, 30 millimeters. From that line, that's obviously, this line needs to be at 90 degrees to a horizon, so that's a vertical line. And then using a technique, if we take the we need to go from the vanishing point to this point here, and if we take the ruler, one thing you can do is put the pencil on there and move it until the ruler lines up with that point. Then you can join those 2 points using a sharp pencil here, and again I can put my pencil point on there, bring it round, and I've moved it there, bring it round, and there. Then I can bring my line to here, so from the VP to that edge, and from the VP vanishing point to that edge. Then I need to pick my faces and draw vertical lines down, and a vertical line there, so these need to be at 90 degrees to the horizon. And then from this point here and this point here, I need to draw another line. It's not crucial that these lines go right to the edge. So there we can see, and you can then, we've got these lines. Now we need to have 2 thicknesses of lines in our drawing. This line here is, these lines here are all what we call construction lines, so they are thin lines. What we now need to do is line the edge of this object in, and we can do that with a pencil and create a thicker line by pressing slightly harder, but I'm going to use a fine liner, mainly because the fine liner shows up better for you to see it. So here's our first cube, which is going to be drawn above the horizon line. So there's our first cube, and we could label that as above horizon. Now we need to draw our second cube, and if we look at our second cube, we're going to draw this one, which is on the horizon. So again, if we take our ruler, and remember this needs to be at 90 degrees, and we could draw this slightly bigger there. There's our line, and we've got another point here and a point here. So from there we put a ruler onto there, move it to there. Oh, a bit wavy. But the only part we're actually using of these lines is the part close to the object. Now you might find here, isn't it? Now, excuse me, I've created this first edge here, and I'm going to create using a fine liner here. You can use a pencil. I'm going to line in this object here and this there. Once you've drawn this object, once you've drawn this one, we could always take the fine liner and add in a horizon line, because that is going to be part of our final drawing. And we're going to label this one on horizon. So we've got our above horizon, on horizon, and now we can draw. We could draw it slightly bigger here. We'll draw below horizon. So once again, I've started with a line, vertical line, and then I'm coming across from each point to my vanishing points here and here. Then if I come across from this vertical line, move it along to where I need to, here and here, and then this point goes across to the vanishing point, each point goes across to the vanishing point, and here, and what I'll do now is I'll just take my rubber and I'm just going to take out some of these construction lines. Now if you've drawn these construction lines lightly, they should run out quite clearly, and we can see now, sort of declutter the image a little bit, and we've got our above horizon, our on horizon, and if we just line in, I'm going to line in with a fine liner, and we line in our drawing here for our third cube, which is our cube below the horizon. So there we have completed two perspective 3 cubes drawing. We've got a horizon line, a vanishing points, above horizon, on horizon, below horizon, and to complete it, here we go back to the completed one. I just took 2 coloured pencils and I added a earth sand colour below the horizon and I added a sky colour above the horizon just to finish off those. You could, as I indicated earlier, just add a little bit of shading to some of the faces that would be in shade to give it a 3D effect. So there is 2-point perspective drawing, 3 cubes. Thank you for watching Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology.